I've been waiting a long time for this. But it has come time for me to tell you. The masturbation fantasy. For me and Hannah Minx. Hannah is sitting on the lawn, not jinxy, but she's very minxy. Minxy. Miss Hannah Minxy. She's reading a book. It is a book of my greatest sexual conquest. Yes, for the 17 volumes of women I've had sex with would indeed be hard to carry. There was a booklet that contains my first 17 conquest. Being that I lost my virginity at the age of 17, 17 has always been a number for me, a number of excellence. So as Hannah Minx turned pages, and turned, she wondered to herself, who was this man? Who was this deity? She wanted to be unmade by my lovemaking and reborn a real woman. So as I walk through the fields of green grass and purple skies, rose petals start to fall down all around her. She looks forward and sees me coming. Not sexually, that would be later, but for now, I was content to hold her presence. With my stare, I take Hannah into my arms. Her sizable womanhood presses against my chest. We kiss. The sun dies, the wind blows, and the earth dies. Before we know it, we're in the throes of passion, heat, and lust. Forgetting ourselves, our names, our homes, our memory, just becoming winds of passion. Discovering ourselves in the unknown rapture of ecstasy. New vistas open up. Those milky white thighs, my melanin laced flesh. We were done, finished. I was blown away, for I expected to put it in a great many places other than between her legs. I'll let your imagination run away with that, because I didn't want to make love to her. I wanted to screw her like she was a porn star. She had similar fantasy. She wanted to put something in her mouth, but we didn't do all that, not this time around. For every time I've had a fantasy about Miss Hannah Minx, it is of the first time we embrace. For this momentous occasion was to be the bar set for each of us thereafter. Each twist, each thrust, each riveting moan, and each sigh from that day forth would be remembered, and it would plague us as we would find other sexual partners. Never finding the solace, the somber melancholy that we found that day in each other's embrace, slipping into torrid affairs with random women she with random men. Oh, yes, many of the women, many of these YouTube women flashing their breasts everywhere, thinking that they are something else. Some too skinny, some too fat. None of them just right. None of them with those wide eyes. Perfect smile. And an alternate personality that like to use whips from time to time. But when we met again, we were no longer the pure souls. We were dirty souls. And our desires had changed. Changed. For the better. For the sex this time was sex, it wasn't love. Love was now second best. Something you save for the holidays. For we had sex this time around. And it was good. It was wonderful. I took her by the hips, she took me by the hair, and we did all those maneuvers that we envisioned ourselves doing. We decided not to meet each other again, for we were to meet another time, a third time. Our appetites would have taken us to places inhuman, such vistas of wonder. So that, my friends, is the passion of my imagination.